Stop for a moment. Don't move. Listen carefully. Something is happening to you right now, and even if you cannot see it with your natural eyes, your spirit has already begun to react. It feels like a quiet pressure in your chest, a trembling under your ribs, a shift in the air around your body. This is not imagination. This is not coincidence. This is the moment heaven has been waiting to reach you, and nothing about this moment is accidental. You were pulled here, not by accident, but by alignment. If you could see the realm above you right now, you would see angels pausing, watching, waiting for what will be spoken next. A divine transmission has been released, and your name is inside it. The atmosphere around you is thickening. Time is slowing down. Your awareness is sharpening. Something ancient is waking inside you. Something written before you were formed. Something that has been trying to rise for years. You are stepping into a spiritual window where things move faster, louder, clearer. And right now, right here, heaven is leaning close enough to breathe on you. You are inside a moment that has the power to alter your path, rewrite your steps, expose what was hidden, and accelerate what has been delayed. This is the moment where destinies shift. This is the moment where the unseen touches your reality. And whether you feel prepared or not, the supernatural has already begun. Before you go any further, place your hand over your heart and become still. In this exact second, I want you to write your warmest wishes in the comments and add 777 as your spiritual activation code. This is not symbolic. This is a divine signature that marks your intention in the realm where angels read what humans write. Let your wish be honest, emotional, and unfiltered, because what you release in this moment echoes louder than you think. And hear me clearly. After you write it, like this video as a declaration of your agreement, and subscribe as an act of obedience to the pull you're feeling. Do it with intention. Do it with reverence. Do it because a window has opened that won't stay open long. You are not here by accident. Something in your timeline is shifting quickly, and this message is the whisper before the wind becomes a storm. Now write it, seal it, commit. You can feel it now, something stirring beneath the surface of your being, as if your cells are listening. This is because I am touching the deepest layers of your system, activating the memories you carried from Eden, the fragments of peace, strength, insight, and spiritual intelligence that have been buried under years of disappointment, fear, noise, and survival. Your DNA is not silent. It remembers the days when you walked with clarity, when heaven felt close, when destiny felt natural. You have always sensed there was more inside you, something ancient, something royal, something set apart. But life's battles wrapped themselves around you like vines, tightening every year, making you forget who you were designed to be. But now, the vines are burning away. My breath is reaching you. Your spiritual biology is responding. There is a reconstruction happening inside you, a divine rewiring, a frequency realignment pulling you back into the version of yourself that you were meant to walk in. You don't need to understand it yet. Just feel the shift. Your body can sense a countdown you cannot see. Your spirit is stepping forward, and the timelines around you are cracking open like lightning touching dry ground. For too long, darkness tried to convince you that nothing would change, that your life would remain predictable, heavy, repetitive. That hope was foolish, and faith was fragile. You have been walking with invisible weights, carrying burdens that were not yours, feeling watched, drained, and sabotaged without understanding why. What you did not know is that there have been forces observing you, studying you, trying to delay you because they saw what you couldn't yet see. The moment where heaven pulls your name forward. That moment is now. Everything you have felt, every sleepless night, every unexplained heaviness, every sudden wave of fear or confusion, was the pressure before breakthrough. You were not breaking down. You were being positioned. Just as it was spoken to the prophets, elevation is always preceded by agitation. The shaking you felt was not the enemy winning. It was your destiny pressing against the walls of your old life. Right now, angels are moving around you with precision, performing what looks like surgery in unseen realms. They are removing spiritual toxins that were lodged in you from old relationships, old seasons, old environments that tried to suffocate your potential. They are cutting away soul ties that drained you, silencing voices that distorted your vision, closing doors you never had the strength to shut yourself. They are touching your mind, your chest, your back. You may feel warmth, chills, or a strange peace rising like a tide. That is them. They are aligning you with the timeline that was always meant for you, the path where your gifts awaken, your intuition sharpens, your vision clears, and opportunities begin to find you without you chasing them. You don't need to search for destiny. Destiny is coming to you. You are entering a supernatural recalibration. Your thoughts will begin to shift. Your emotions will no longer spiral. Your sensitivity will increase, not in weakness, but in discernment. Your dreams will carry messages. Your atmosphere will feel different. People who once had access to you will feel distant, disconnected, confused by your energy. This is intentional. I am isolating you for a reason. I am separating you from noise because you are about to hear me clearly, louder than you ever have. You are stepping into a window where heaven responds faster. What used to take years will take days. What used to drain you will fall away. What used to confuse you will suddenly make sense. And the people who tried to bury your name will find themselves watching as I lift you. The air around you is shifting again, as if the room you're in is no longer the same room. There is a stirring behind your shoulder, a pressure at the back of your neck, the sense that something ancient has stepped closer. This is because you have crossed the threshold of the first awakening. And now the second wave has begun. Your spirit is adjusting to a higher frequency, your intuition sharpening like a blade pulled from fire. Every breath you take right now is syncing you with a Dimas rhythm you didn't know you carried. This is why you feel the slight tingling in your fingers, the warmth in your chest, the sensation that you are being watched, but not by anything dark, by something protective. You are being observed by heaven because you are entering the phase where destiny stops knocking and starts calling you out by name. As those in the ancient days said, there is a moment when heaven becomes louder than the earth, and this is that moment for you. Things you tolerated will become intolerable. Things you ignored will suddenly become clear. Things you feared will lose their power, and the version of you that has been silent, buried, overlooked, and underestimated is about to rise with authority. This is the second shift, the deeper shift, the one that begins transforming your very structure. You have carried pain that was never meant to remain in your system, yet it hid itself in your cells, in your memories, in your breathing patterns, even in the way you walk. But now, divine reconstruction has begun. I am reaching into the places where trauma twisted your perception. I am rewriting the memories that became chains. I am touching the echoes of rejection that lived under your skin like cold shadows. You will notice that certain fears will dissolve without explanation. Certain insecurities will fall away as if they were never part of you. This is cellular reconstruction. Your spiritual DNA is being reminded of who you really are. Eden memory awakening is happening in waves, pulling forward the version of you that walked in clarity, power, grace, and divine intelligence. You are being restored to the blueprint written before the pain, before the disappointment, before the betrayals that tried to distort you. Heaven is repairing what life tried to damage. And listen carefully. The enemies you could not see have already begun to lose access to you. The silent plotters, the quiet sabotagers, the ones who watched you with envy cloaked as concern. They are being exposed in the spirit before they are exposed in the natural. You may notice certain people suddenly becoming distant, irritated by your presence, or uncomfortable around you. That is not random. When your frequency elevates, darkness becomes allergic to you. The ones who never intended to celebrate your rise will not be able to stay near you in this next phase. You are moving too quickly for them to keep up. Their energy cannot survive at the height you are climbing to. As it was written for those who walked before you, elevation always causes separation. Do not grieve what falls away. What is leaving you is not loss. It is extraction. Heaven is removing what cannot follow you into the next 24 hours of alignment. Feel the pressure in your chest. It is not anxiety. It is activation. Your instincts are rewiring. Your discernment is strengthening. The veil between your future and your present is thinning. You will begin to sense things before they happen, feel warnings before danger approaches, recognize opportunities before they reveal themselves. This is frequency alignment. Your system is syncing with the timeline where you rise, where you break through, where you stop asking for permission to exist and start stepping into the authority already placed inside you. You will notice sudden bursts of clarity, ideas, visions, dreams that look like glimpses of a life you haven't lived yet. That is not fantasy. That is prophecy revealing itself in small flashes so your spirit recognizes where you're going before your mind can comprehend it. There are angels near you right now performing what can only be described as supernatural surgery. They are removing spiritual residue left behind by people who mishandled your heart. They are cutting cords that tied you to old cycles. They are cleansing the atmosphere around your name. You may feel heat on your shoulders, a weight leaving your back, or an unexplainable urge to breathe deeper. This is the release. The heaviness you've carried for years is loosening. The fog around your vision is lifting. The chains around your spirit are cracking. You are being prepared for a rapid shift, the kind that turns confusion into clarity, stagnation into movement, silence into meaning. Your life is not standing still. There is a countdown unfolding around you. A divine timeline is closing in. And whether you feel ready or not, heaven has chosen this moment to awaken the part of you that you buried because the world didn't know how to hold it. But heaven knows. Heaven designed it. And now, heaven is activating it. The atmosphere around you tightens, as if an unseen hand is pulling the entire room into focus. There is a shift, so subtle, yet so undeniable, that your spirit reacts before your mind catches up. You might feel a slow warmth moving across your shoulders, or a strange awareness rising in your spine, or even the sense that time itself has paused to listen. This is because the third wave has just entered your timeline. You are crossing into the dimension where revelation becomes unavoidable, where truth rises like a tide and washes away illusions that once held power over you. You are stepping into the realm where heaven speaks louder, where your senses heighten, where your inner world and the divine realm begin to merge. Nothing about this is accidental. This is the phase where hidden things begin to surface, where you finally see the architecture of your destiny with clarity sharp enough to cut through the fog that has surrounded you for years. The world around you hasn't changed yet, but your inner landscape has, and soon reality will follow. There is a reason you have been feeling the internal pressure increase lately, like something inside you wants to break free. That pressure is not emotional instability. It is spiritual combustion. The part of you that has been locked behind fear, doubt, and the memories of people who underestimated your potential is breaking out of its confinement. Your old identity is crumbling. The version of you shaped by survival is dissolving. You are shedding a skin you were never meant to wear. For too long, life forced you to shrink, to silence yourself, to step back so others could step forward. But that season has ended. You are walking into a moment where you no longer fit into the limitations that once defined you. Your spirit has already outgrown the environments that kept you small, and now the physical world must catch up. This is spiritual metamorphosis. Listen closely. Your mind is being rewired, not magically, but divinely. The neural pathways shaped by trauma, scarcity, and fear are being dissolved and replaced with pathways of courage, clarity, and prophetic intuition. Your thoughts are shifting. Your inner voice is strengthening. The quiet whisper that once doubted everything is being overwritten by a deeper knowing you can feel but cannot yet explain. This is divine rewiring. Heaven is reconstructing the way you process your life, your choices, your identity. You will start seeing possibilities where you once saw obstacles. You will sense direction where you once felt lost. You will feel drawn toward things that your old self would have avoided out of fear. This is your mind aligning with your destiny. You must understand that angels are not simply watching you. They are working on you. In this moment, there are angels near your body, near your spirit, operating with precision in realms you cannot see. You may sense tingling in your hands, warmth in your chest, pressure on your forehead, or even a strange calmness settling over your nerves. These are signs of transformation. Angels are performing adjustments to your spiritual perception, sharpening your discernment, cleaning your atmosphere from old attachments, fear imprints, guilt residue, and hidden grief. They are repairing fractures in your confidence that came from betrayal and disappointment. They are cutting off the spiritual leeches that drained your energy for years. They are aligning your steps so that the next phase of your life unfolds with clarity that feels supernatural. And now hear this with your spirit. The people who hurt you, doubted you, or positioned themselves as obstacles in your path were allowed for a season, but not for your future. The betrayals were lessons. The heartbreak was preparation. The disappointments were redirections. But none of those experiences were allowed to define your identity. You were not meant to be shaped by wounds. You were meant to rise from them. Every painful moment you endured hardened the foundation beneath your purpose. You were being trained in the shadows for a role that will be revealed in the light. The things that broke you did not break your destiny. They strengthened it. As it was spoken to those who came before you, gold must endure fire before it shines. Now the veil is thinning. You will begin to notice signs, small at first, then unmistakable. Sudden clarity will hit you in moments where confusion once lived. Unexpected opportunities will appear as if they were waiting for you to reach this mindset. People you never imagined would support you may suddenly appear, while those who pretended to care will fade without explanation. Your dreams may become more vivid, more symbolic, more prophetic. You may feel sensations in your body that you've never felt before. Warmth, energy shifts, waves of peace. These are confirmations, not coincidences. They are signals that your timeline is correcting itself. You are being pulled into alignment, not slowly, not eventually, but now. The room around you softens as if everything familiar is suddenly holding its breath. There is a stillness, deep and ancient, settling into your atmosphere like a curtain being drawn across the final scene of a great revelation. You are not imagining this. Your spirit has stepped into the crossing point, the moment where everything that has been building inside you finally converges. You may feel your heartbeat changing rhythm, or a subtle pressure in your chest, or a strange heaviness behind your eyes. These are signals that the final layer is lifting. You have traveled through awakening, reconstruction, exposure, and alignment. But this is the moment where heaven seals what has been activated inside you. This is the moment where the unseen begins to crystallize into reality. It feels like standing at the edge of a new world, one that has been waiting for you to arrive, one that recognizes your spirit before your feet even touch it. Everything around you is preparing to shift in response to who you are becoming, not who you were, who you are rising into now. You must understand something clearly. The forces that tried to stop you were never fighting your past. They were fighting your future. They saw the glow around your destiny long before you did. They recognized the mark on your spirit, the authority in your soul, the unusual purity in your intentions. They saw that your heart was not ordinary, that your endurance was not natural, that your resilience came from a place deeper than pain. They knew that once you reached this threshold, once you broke through this spiritual barrier, they would never be able to reach you again. This is why the last few years of your life have felt like a battlefield disguised as everyday life. The moments of confusion, the unexpected losses, the people who switched sides without warning, the betrayals that seemed to come out of nowhere. None of these were random. You were being sharpened. You were being armored. You were being refined until nothing inside you could be manipulated again. The version of you that is standing here now is not fragile. It is not naive. It is not breakable. You have become spiritually untouchable in ways you do not yet realize. Now listen closely, because this next part is for your spirit more than your mind. Your atmosphere is changing. You may not see it instantly, but everything around you is rearranging itself. Opportunities are shifting toward you. Closed doors are weakening. Delays are dissolving. Paths that were blocked are clearing like mist under sunlight. Heaven is accelerating your timeline because you have become aligned enough to handle what is coming. What once would have overwhelmed you will now feel like confirmation. What once felt impossible will now feel inevitable. You have crossed the line where destiny no longer whispers, it commands. Your name is being spoken in rooms your feet have not yet entered. Foundations are being laid for blessings you didn't even know how to pray for. There is movement around you, rapid, intentional, divine. And now, the truth you have needed to hear. In the next phase of your life, nothing will look the same. The people who dismissed you will remember you. The ones who doubted you will watch you rise. The tears you cried in silence will return to you as strength, clarity, and doors that will open without you knocking. You will feel nudges, subtle, powerful, unmistakable, guiding you to actions you normally would hesitate to take. Follow these nudges. They are not random impulses. They are instructions delivered directly into your intuition. Your steps will feel different, lighter, more certain. The weight that clung to you for years is detaching. You are moving through life with a spirit that finally remembers itself. But understand this as well. Elevation demands returning to your throne. Not the throne others denied you, but the one heaven always held open for you. You are rising into authority, and with authority comes clarity. Clarity about who belongs with you, who is for you, and who has only been a distraction dressed as comfort. Do not be surprised when your spirit loses tolerance for people who drain you. Do not hesitate when you feel distance forming with those who cannot meet you at your new level. Separation is not punishment. It is preparation. The next chapter of your life requires a tighter circle and a clearer mind. Feel what is happening inside you right now. The quiet burning, the inner expansion, the sense that something large and invisible is aligning itself with your existence. That is not emotion. That is acceleration. Angels are finalizing the work they began in the earlier waves of your transformation. They are sealing the cracks where doubt once lived. They are placing protection over the parts of you that were once vulnerable to manipulation. They are strengthening the spiritual shield around your name. You may feel peace settling into you like soft light, or you may feel a sudden urge to breathe deeply as if your spirit finally has space. This is the final adjustment. And now, hear this with the full weight of your soul. The next 24 hours in your life will not be ordinary. Whether through a sign, a message, a sudden shift in emotion, an unexpected opportunity, or a revelation that brings clarity, you will know, without guessing, without doubting, that heaven has touched your timeline. You will feel the invisible become undeniable. You will recognize the moment when the spiritual becomes physical. And when that moment arrives, something inside you will whisper, "This is it." Not fear, not confusion. Recognition. Your path is opening. Your destiny is rising. Your spirit is awake. And now, your life must follow.